Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to do a first impression review of a perfume that I have been waiting for probably over 2 years to get my hands on, and that is Zara Leather Jardin. And this is a perfume that's a collaboration with Joe Malone. You probably know who that is. Okay. Yeah, this came out in 2021, and at that point in time, I had not yet tried really anything from Zara. I was very new to their perfume selection, so I completely missed this release. I don't really think I would have even seen it in stores though, because I don't know about you, but with Zara, I feel like there's a lot of perfumes, even the ones that are well known, that I never see in the Zara stores. Like, I have never seen Vibrant Leather for sale in any Zara store that I've been to. I'm in the United States, so maybe it's different in Europe or Asia, but I just have never, there's a lot that I would like to try that I never get a chance to. So, Leather Jardin, I didn't get to try it in person, but I've seen it pop up online every so often. I see it for sale, but whenever I do find it, the price is just a little bit too much for me. And it's not expensive, but knowing what it originally cost, I have a hard time buying it. So I was constantly waiting for a deal that I felt comfortable with, and I finally found one recently. So I snatched that up as quickly as I could. This is what I bought. This is the box, and this is the perfume. Oh my god. Sorry. So this is the perfume. All right. So with this perfume, it is comprised of only 3 notes that are listed. That is leather, rose, and grapefruit. What I get from this perfume is I only get one of those notes. I don't get rose, I don't get grapefruit, I only get leather. I don't know if my nose is not sophisticated enough, but I'm just not getting either rose or grapefruit. Not grapefruit like juice, not grapefruit oil, not the rinds, nothing. And I'm not getting any form of rose. And like the rest of you, I've tried so many kinds of rose out there, but I'm not getting any sort of rose in this perfume. So it's kind of crazy that those are listed as notes, and I'm seeing people in reviews online mention picking up on those. I don't know where they're getting it, but I do not get. All I get is I get leather, and the type of leather that I get is it's not quite delicate and buttery like a suede type of leather, but it's not full-on aggressive rigid black leather either. Like that kind of smoky, dark, intense leather. It's somewhere in the middle, but it's still kind of like, it's still pungent to me. It's obvious and it's pungent. So I get leather. I'll say like a brown leather. So imagine a brown leather jacket, and then inside one of the pockets is a rolled up cigar. It's not exactly tobacco that I'm smelling, but it's a plant that is similar to like tobacco. And I know cigars are rolled up like bundles of tobacco leaves. So this smells like some sort of plant that's like tobacco, that's been rolled up and dried out. This is an extremely dry perfume. Very, very dry. It's like, you know, in movies when people find a dead body and the dead body is so old that when they touch the body, it disintegrates. I get that sort of sensation with this perfume. It's that dry and powdery. So it's like a very dry cigar that's in the pocket of this brown leather jacket. And the cigar had been smoked before. So it has a bit of that charred, ashy sense to it. And that's really just what I get. The initial blast is kind of jarring because it is so dry. And I have it on right now. It's been probably 4 or 5 hours since I've applied it to myself, and it still is feeling that way, but it has relaxed a bit. It feels more like one with myself. It feels more smooth, less rough. Not that it was rough to begin with, but you know. So I think it's nice, and I think it is pretty sexy. If you're the kind of person that likes leather and you like a little bit of smokiness, a little bit of powderiness maybe. I'm not getting powder, but I'm getting like a powdery texture from this perfume. You probably would like this. I'm not finding anything spicy about it, or floral, or green, or fruity. None of that. Just dry leather. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I'm getting. I also am not getting anything that feels like an animalic kind of musk. And I have to bring that up because this perfume is supposedly a reference to those 80s and 70s chypres, which did a lot of times use castoreum, civet, did I say castoreum? Castoreum, civet, you know, those kinds of animalic ingredients in them, or aromacochemical analogs. I'm not getting any sort of animalicness to this perfume. It is compared to, for example, what is that? Paloma Picasso. I love Paloma Picasso. I made a video about it. That one is very animalic in a pleasing way. Not offensive at all. I don't see how this is at all similar to Paloma Picasso. So that is just because they're in the same genre doesn't mean that they're like comparable in that way. So nothing animalic really. It smells very much, well, except for the leather, but other than that, nothing animalic about it. It is also highly compared to this perfume here. This is Cabochard, the Eau de Parfum. Do I think that they are interchangeable? I don't think that they are interchangeable. I think that there is a significant enough difference where owning both would make sense. And I think a huge difference between the two is the cap, and this goes for Leather Jardin and a lot of the other chypres. I said it doesn't have anything animalic in it, but it doesn't have any ylang ylang. Cabochard has a strong ylang ylang in it. I really pick up on that ylang ylang. It's very dewy and pungent in Cabochard. I think ylang ylang is such an interesting note. It's like indolic, a little bit medicinal, a little bit green. But then there's also something about it that is almost like human sebum, like the oil in our skin. And in that way, it does have something animalic about it. And I think you can pick that up in Cabochard. That lends an extra added animalic element to that perfume. It already does contain, let's see here. Oh, I guess it doesn't contain any civet, but it has, you know, oak moss and leather. And so, anyways, and Cabochard also has a pretty prominent galbanum note, which gives it that delicious tobacco smell, like a cigarette tobacco kind of smell. That is not in Leather Jardin. I'm not picking up on that at all. I know I said that there was a tobacco leaf, a dry tobacco leaf like aspect to it, but it's not like the cigarette that you pick up from Cabochard. And then there are no aldehydes that I'm picking up on in Leather Jardin, and I do pick up on that in Cabochard. So I plan on doing a Chypre video, comparing them, like a bunch of different ones. So I'll get more into that in a separate video, but I thought I would just compare Leather Jardin with one of the main perfumes it gets, you know, that gets discussed in the reviews for it, which would be Cabochard. I haven't tried Magie Noir yet, but, you know, I don't know. Maybe you can tell me if you've smelled them both, if they are indeed like the same. So those are just my initial thoughts on this perfume based off of having it for one day. I'll let you know if anything changes. It is a very grown-up, adult kind of perfume. It is, like I think I said, something pretty sexy about it. And it's not at all what you'd expect to smell in a Zara perfume. A lot of people mention that in their reviews, and I completely agree with them. It's very unique in the Zara lineup, and I can see why it's accumulated this like fan base of people. So I would highly suggest, if these kind of perfumes are your thing, I would highly suggest, if you get the chance and you're in a Zara store in the future and they have, because I don't know if I said already, but they're supposedly re-releasing this perfume in new packaging. It's going to be a part of a new collection. So currently it's discontinued, but it's going to be like reintroduced. So if you ever get the chance, I would recommend trying it out if you can. I do think it's a pretty special perfume, and it's so cheap. I can't comment on the performance yet, but so far it does seem to be pretty decent with its performance on me. So those are my thoughts on Leather Jardin. Thank you for watching, and have a great rest of your day. Bye.